Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Monday, April the 30th, and this is the market overview looking at the Dow SPX VIX TNA UUP FXE GLD SLV XOI XLF GE Apple and some other stuff, Starbucks, etc. Alright, down day in the market. Overall, not too bad, really. Not quite 15 points on the Dow, ending with a hanging man, and we have no downtick. Still holding above the major price consensus level. Short-term moving average is still pointing up. There is some excessive separation, so there's a little bit of a bubble, but we don't have any indication that that's going to resolve itself immediately or anything. Middle Bollinger Band below everything, bullish. Stochastics holding high. 14-day RSI moving average curling over. That's a biggie. It did have plenty of room to move to the downside still when we back out of this, but it is starting to turn. RSI up, CCI down, histogram up, MACD up. Overall, pretty darn bullish even after today's 15 points and possible reversal candle. Going to the 60-minute time frame, just to take a gander at what we have. Not as great. 14-day RSI moving average turning down. Stochastics turning around to go up and meet it. CCI up, RSI up, histogram sloping up, MACD still pointing down. Overall, more bullish in the short term than bearish, simply because everything is turning. And after it catches the 14-day RSI moving average in a day or two, there might be some indications that it needs to go down further, but we will see. SPX, not as nice as the Dow. Did not get a downtick today. Kind of too fat a body for a hanging man, but similar. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down though. Stochastics high, CCI turning over, RSI still pointing up, histogram up, MACD up. We have a bullish cross. This will be more interesting to see what it does tomorrow, since it is not as nice as the Dow, but regardless. And closing below the major price consensus level. That's not a good sign. But overall, I would still think that this is a little more bullish biased than bearish, but we're going to see. VIX, very stubborn today. It would not move most of the day. It got into this little space that it liked, and anyways, got an uptick today. Uptick was resolved intraday. It's now free to move in whatever direction it wants to. Middle Bollinger Band above everything, bearish. 14-day RSI moving average, aha. First day it has ticked down. We've been talking about this one for quite a while now, about it being a warning sign, and sure enough, downtick today. Although the stochastics are low, definitely oversold, but we'll see if they're able to pop up or not. Up on the CCI, down on the RSI, down on the, actually sideways on the MACD, up on the MACD histogram. And I'm just going to blow this out a little bit just so we can get a better view. And yep, it'll be very interesting to see if this is able to go all the way to the bottom. 14-day RSI moving average, if it is, ooh, definitely will be hitting the previous floor. But everything else is kind of a little bit of a mess, so we'll see what happens. Uptick resolved, so see where it wants to go. CompQ, the NASDAQ. Oh, I also didn't mention, it almost looks like a bearish engulfing, right? But actually it's not. It closed 1403.36 on Friday, and it opened 4003.26. So just enough variation that, nope, it is not a bearish engulfing. Tricky, tricky. CompQ. Worse than the Dow and SPX. Nice little red body closing below the major price consensus level. Middle Bollinger Band still below everything. Fast stochastic leveling out. Slow still pointing up. And the 14-day RSI moving average still pointing down. CCI down, RSI up, histogram up, MACD looking for a bullish cross. That's why I don't think that this is the end of the world for the bulls. Little down move today. At least it resets the number of green candles, so now we can start over again. But TNA, oof, much worse. Wow, I wasn't even watching this during the day today. Got outside the upper Bollinger Band on Friday, just came crashing back down today. Got a downtick. Downtick is about the 58 level. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up. Stochastics high, looking like they're wanting to roll. CCI turning over. RSI up. Histogram very slightly up. Very slightly up. MACD up. So getting back inside the upper Bollinger Band, totally normal. Getting the downtick will be really interesting though. So and long-term moving average bar essentially gone. This one's very kind of confusing actually. Moving on to UUP. Gapped up slightly, got back to exactly where it was on Friday. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down. CCI up, stochastics holding low. Down on the RSI, down on the histogram, down on the MACD. And yeah, just pausing before it can go in for a test of the previous lows. Do have some excessive separation in the short-term moving averages, but we have no uptick. Middle Bollinger Band above everything. Seems like a little bit of a breather to me. FXE, the euro, small gap down, ran up for a good portion of the day, ending with a spinning top. Middle Bollinger Band above or below everything, good for the market. Sideways on the 14-day RSI moving average, stochastics mixed holding high. Down on the CCI, up on the RSI. Looks like sideways on the MACD histogram and up on the MACD. Just taking a little break, letting the upper Bollinger Band get some room. That's fine. XOI oil. Ending with a little dragonfly doji right at the upper Bollinger Band. That could be prettier. Middle Bollinger Band still below everything. Up on the CCI, up on the stochastics, up on the 14-day RSI moving average, up on the RSI, up on the histogram, up on the MACD. Yes, this is, for the most part, a really nice looking chart. Just needs some more room with the upper Bollinger Band. But still, very nice for the market. It'll be very interesting to see what happens to it when it hits the long-term moving averages. If there's a reaction, there should be. And one of the reasons why I think overall things should be tilted more bullish than bearish. But who knows? I mean, maybe tomorrow we'll get a downtick on the MACD histogram, and then things won't be quite so rosy. But there it is. XLF, the financials. A nice move at the end of the day. Wasn't enough to really change this too much. We got a downtick today. The downtick was resolved intraday. Now it's free to move however it wants to. Middle Bollinger Band still below everything. Ending with a hanging man or hammer, depending on what you want to call it. Stochastics appear to be attempting to roll over. They're very high. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Down on the CCI, up on the RSI, up on the histogram, up on the MACD, looking for a bullish cross. So decent setup for a move up of some type. Apple. Ooh, ugly day for Apple. Helps to explain why the Nasdaq did so horrible, filling part of the gap and creating a new one above. Closing below the major price consensus level, going back into the long-term moving average bar. Middle Bollinger Band right in the midst of it, not telling us anything. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Stochastics mix, CCI down, RSI down, histogram down, MACD down. Ooh, that's not really pretty. GE, try to get a better read on the Dow. Down tick today. Hanging Man, resolved intraday, free to go whichever way it wants. Middle Bollinger Band below everything, nice for the bulls. 14-day RSI moving average, still pointing down. Stochastics, just a jumble high. CCI down, RSI up. Histogram sideways, MACD up. Not overly attractive. Very, very mixed. Starbucks. Yeah, a little red spinning top. It was all over today. Small range. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down. Stochastics down. CCI down. RSI sideways. MACD histogram down. MACD down. Not overly attractive either. GLD. Ooh, very nice. Fear increasing. And dollar trying to decrease. And yep, gold looks correct. Bullish engulfing. Middle Bollinger Band trying to get the cross to the bottom. Short-term moving average is pointing up. Stochastics up. CCI down. 14-day RSI moving average up. Down on the RSI, up on the histogram, up on the MACD. Pretty mixed, but still pretty darn nice. Bullish engulfing. And SLV. Gap down, fat body spinning top. Middle Bollinger Band still above almost everything. 14-day RSI moving average sideways. Stochastics up, CCI down, RSI down. Histogram up, MACD just hanging out going sideways. Not nearly as nice as gold. And what else is there? How about, just for fun, JP Morgan. Yeah, ending with a hanging man into the long-term moving averages. Down on the 14-day RSI moving average, stochastic curling over, pointing down, CCI down, RSI up, histogram sideways, and MACD very slightly down. Ooh, that's not so pretty either. FAS, yeah, that sounds nice. Bigger picture of the financials than XLF. Got a down tick today, resolved intraday, middle Bollinger Band below everything. 14-day RSI moving average, slight tick down, stochastics holding high, mixed. Down on the CCI, up on the RSI. Up on the, having some problems here. Up on the MACD histogram, up on the MACD. Need a little bit more to confirm a bullish cross, but nonetheless, when this does well, the market normally does pretty well too. So, is there anything else I can look at? I guess that'll be about it. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This is a video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you very much.